the 2024 U.S. History Bee. Congratulations on making it this far. My name is Bradley. I'm going to be your moderator. And scorekeeping on the tabulated paper will be...
I'm Sarah.
And on the whiteboard will be...
Abigail.
And once again, congratulations. This is an accomplishment. You are the top 6 of your grade, 7th grade of the whole country. So you should be really proud no matter what happens in this round. Just go over some basic rules, as you know, but in case anyone watching doesn't know. We're doing a 6-5-4-3, neg-2, neg-1 playoff format in terms of scoring. Our questions are power marked, so if you get it within the first section of the question, it's worth 6 points. The second section worth 5. Third section, it's worth 4. After the question is read, it's worth finished being read, it's worth 3. If you buzz in and are incorrect while the question is being read, it's a -2. And after the question, an incorrect answer is worth -1. The best way I like to put it is when you buzz in, we'll either earn points or lose points, no matter what. The goal is 40 points, so once you reach 40 points, the first person to do that will be our champion, and we'll keep going. At the end of the round, if no one has reached 40, then the highest score is first place, the second highest score is second place, third place, and so on. And no matter what, you're going to get a prize. We have lovely plaques and trophies. So everyone's going out a winner at the end of this round. We'll do score checks at 10, 15, 20, 25, 28, and 29. Or if at any time you'd like a score check, feel free to let us know. If there are any protests, they must be done immediately. You can lodge a protest as long as the next question has not begun. I have not begun to read the next question, and we will adjudicate that immediately. We'll send it to our protest team, and we will stop the match and get that scoring fixed. Are there any questions on your half? Well, let me see if I have questions on my half. And if we do, we'll get started. Oh, look at that. I say it and it appears. And just a friendly reminder that 3 buzz-ins still kill the question, and you may only buzz in 1 time per question. All right. So we are good to go. All right. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Audience, are you ready? All right. Good luck, everyone. Have fun. Please have fun. This is the last match of your division for the History Bee of 2024. So here we go. Question number 1. This event began after workers received pay reductions despite rent and other prices in the company town remaining unchanged. This event led to the creation of a federal Labor Day. During this event, Grover Cleveland intervened. That's correct for 5. Question 2. The Bellin Gate was captured immediately after this battle, whose titular location was stormed by Gideon Pillow and Joseph Johnston. The St. Patrick's Battalion, which included...
Battle of Chipotle Castle.
Is correct for 6. Question 3. American soldiers became involved in this conflict after Peter McQueen ambushed a group of looting soldiers at the Battle of Burnt Corn. McQueen and Red Eagle massacred a group of the Mississippi Volunteers at Fort Mims in this conflict, which ended with a future president's victory at Horseshoe Bend. The Treaty of Fort Jackson ended for the points. What conflict within the War of 1812?
Seminole War?
That's incorrect, -2. In which U.S. troops fought the Red Sticks of a namesake tribe.
The Creek War?
Is correct for 3. Question 4. After this event, Gene Kranz called a staff meeting and noted how a gung-ho character needed to be adjusted by tough and competent team members. This event caused the creation of a review board headed by Frank Borman, and during inquiries following this disaster, internal documents involving North American aviation were released in the Phillips Report. That's incorrect, -2. A high-pressure oxygen atmosphere caused for the points what 1967... That's incorrect. -2, and that's 2 buzzings. Oxygen atmosphere caused, for the points, what 1967 fire that killed 3 astronauts of an early lunar mission?
Apollo disaster?
More information.
Apollo 1.
Correct, yes, for 3. I just finished that. Question 5. This politician introduced the 1863 National Banking Act, which was previously proposed by his predecessor, Samuel Chase. As no, -2. As chair of the Senate Finance Committee, this politician helped pass the Coinage Act of 1873 to establish the gold standard. A work of legislation by this politician was used to break up the American Tobacco and Standard Oil Trusts.
John Sherman?
Correct, John Sherman, of the Sherman Antitrust Act fame. Oh, I'm sorry, that was for 5. Question 6. A memoir by this author discussed time spent as a soldier on April 6th and 7th, 1862, titled What I Saw at Shiloh. A boy carries a toy sword and encounters a rabbit in a short story by this author set during the Battle of Chickamauga. This author created a character who felt a stunning blow upon his neck and imagines returning to his plantation before being hanged. Peyton Farquhar is killed in, for the points, what American author's Civil War story in occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. Time. That is Ambrose Bierce, B-I-E-R-C-E. Question 7. This series, which was co-created by Anne Druyan, was based on a 13-chapter Hugo Award-winning book, the first of its type to sell over 1 million copies. An extension to this series, which aired 33 years later, was the most watched series ever for PBS. In 2020, another sequel to this series, subtitled Possible Worlds, debuted on National Geographic. For the points, name this series about the universe and solar system, which was hosted and co-created by Carl Sagan. Time. Anyone in the audience know? No? Cosmos. Cosmos. Question 8. This author of the original draft for the platform of the 1932 Democratic National Convention was unsuccessfully suggested pardoning Eugene V. Debs on Abraham Lincoln's birthday. William Wilson opposed this person's plan to invoke the Lever Act against a strike supported by John Lewis. This person had many deportation orders rejected by Louis Friedland Post. Anarchist bomb attacks occurred during a series of raids named after further Palmer. A. Mitchell Palmer is correct for 4. Question 9. An echo technique used in this musical genre resembles earlier ring shouts and is used in pieces such as Grace and Beauty by James Scott. A piece in this genre called Frog Legs was published by John Stillwell Stark and orchestrated by a composer of The Easy Winners. A black club in Sedalia, Missouri inspired a piece in this genre titled Maple Leaf. Yes, correct, or Ragtime. And that was for 4. Question 10, and we'll do a score check afterwards. This member of the Dillingham Commission wrote of the fear of other races in an extremely prejudiced chapter titled The Great Peril of Unrestricted Immigration. This person introduced an 1890 law with George Frisbee Hoare to protect federal elections, and this opponent of Article 10 declared no affection to the mongrel banner invented for a league and opposed the Treaty of Versailles. For the points, identify
Henry Cabot Law.
Yes, correct. 4. And that is 10 questions, so we will do a score check.
Aro has 1, Rishi has 15, Sebastian has 7. Raymond, not on board yet. Veranch, 0. And Digesh, 3.
All right, we are 10 down, 20 to go. Question 11. After Henry Steele Olcott and Helena Blavatsky moved to India, this person became the president of the American branch of the Theosophilic Society. This person was replaced by a junior officer named John Newton after George Meade received a report from Oliver Howard that this person's core had been broken. And this person legendarily fired the first shot at the Battle of Fort Sumter. For the points, identify this Union general, Abner Doubleday, the supposed inventor of baseball. Oh, sorry. Question 12. One participant in this movement was Charles Grandison Finney, who coined the phrase burned over district.
Second Great Awakening.
Is correct for 6. Very good. Question 13. This person's appearance with Howard K. Smith caused the cancellation of the show News and Comment. This person was accused by a Time magazine senior editor and was targeted by HUAC, H-U-A-C, member Richard Nixon. A case involving this person concerned 45mm film and a set of typewritten documents from Soviet spies that were known as the Pumpkin Papers. Alger Hiss is correct for 4. Question 14. This person who succeeded William Verhulst as the director of one colony would later die in a hurricane near St. Kitts. This person was recalled to Europe for allowing patroons to...
John Smith.
No. So it's -2. To illegally participate in the fur trade. This person would team up with Samuel Blumart to found a Swedish settlement near present-day...
Lord Lord.
No, that's -2, and that's 2 buzzins. Peter Minuet for 5, correct. (15) This person was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the American Ground Forces preparing to invade France in the spring of 1984. During the Battle of the Bulge, Dwight Eisenhower placed this person's 1st and 9th Armies under the command of British Field Marshal Bernard Law Montgomery. President Truman entrusted leadership of the VA to this person who reached the rank of General of the Army. For the points, identify this first chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. That's correct, yes. Omar Bradley. No relation. Oh, 4. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that was in 1. Sorry, 3. My fault. Question 6. We'll do a score check. It's 15.
Okay. I have Arm plus 5, Grisha has 19, Sebastian has 7, Grouch -2, Digesh has 15.
Alrighty. Halfway done. 16. The Anzac I boy from this culture was discovered in a cave alongside characteristic fluted projectile points. This culture was supplanted by the Folsom tradition during a period known as the Younger Dryads. This culture is believed to have ceased due to the late Pleistocene extinction of megafauna such as the Columbian mammoth. For the points, name this Paleo-Indian culture one of the earliest inhabitants of the Americas, which is named for a town,
Clovis.
Clovis, as in Clovis culture, correct for 4. (17) Factions within this state party included Daniel Dickinson's Hards, as well as an anti-slavery group named after a fictional Dutch farmer who took extreme measures against rats. William Leggett organized a faction within this state party, which was named after matches that were used to continue a mating in the darkness. This state party included the Hunkers, the Barnburners, and the Loco Focos. For the points, identify this state party whose competing factions sought to curtail the influence of Tammany Hall. That's incorrect, -1. Anyone else? It is the New York Democratic Party. Question 18. This ceremony, which James Mooney thought was partially spread by Mormon temple garments, was revived by the author of the Messiah Letters after he fell into a coma in 1889. This ceremony was first held in Nevada by Hawthorne Wadziwa, and Kicking Bear brought the Lakota this ceremony, which was derived from the circle dance. Say again? Yes, correct for 5. Question 19. People who settled in areas regulated by this law were often called butternuts. Nathan Dane and Rufus King included an early Bill of Rights in this law, which allowed for 3 to 5 states to be created around new pig and corn rising regions. This law was possibly the most significant act passed under the Articles of Confederation.
Quebec Act?
No, -2. For the points, identify this 1787 law that organized territories. The Northwest Ordinance is correct for 4. Question 20. A person in this profession named Arthur Rothstein assisted Virginia farmers facing eviction for the construction of Shenandoah National Park. With James Agee, a person in this profession collaborated on the book Let Us Now Praise Famous Men. Walker Evans worked in this profession for the Farm Security Administration, as did a person who documented Florence Owens Thompson and internment at Manzanar. Photographer is correct for 4. That is 20, so we have another score check.
Currently I have Aura has 5, Rishi has 17, Sebastian has 11, Rianch has 2, Bigesh has 23.
Alrighty, we are 10 questions away from finding out who will be our champion. Question 21. I will indeed. Question 21, just for you, just because you asked. Question 21. Operation Gaylord, an investigation into the judiciary of this city, resulted in the conviction of 15 judges for corruption. A criminal nicknamed the Babbling Burglar revealed criminal activity on the part of police officers in this state's Summerdale district. The two longest serving mayors of this city were a father and his son, who were both suspected of corruption. For the points, name this city which suffered a particularly controversial and violent 1968 Democratic. Chicago. Chi-Town is correct for 4. Question 22. Bankers from this company practiced pinning by setting client pins to 0000, allowing them to log into those accounts. CEO John Stump, who led this company's acquisition of Wachovia during the 2008 financial crisis, resigned when it was revealed that this company cross-sold existing customers onto new accounts without their permission. For the points, name this bank based in San Francisco where it once provided express services during the gold rush.
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo is correct for 3. Question 23. This person became a board member for the Philip Morris Company after convincing Virginia Slims to sponsor women's competitions. This person dominated tennis in the 1960s and 70s, winning 39 Grand Slam titles across singles, doubles, and mixed doubles competitions. In 1973, this person won a highly publicized match at the Houston Astrodome, which boasted the fight for gender equality. Billie Jean King is correct for 4. Question 24. This vehicle, which was first used by Laverne Saunders in Bangkok, was developed in the Battle of Wichita after Hap Arnold visited an assembly plant. This vehicle contained General Electric analog computers to increase weapons accuracy and featured remotely controlled machine gun turrets. One of these vehicles was used by Paul Tibbets to drop an atomic bomb.
B-29.
B-29 is correct for 4. Question number 25, and we'll do another score check. This activity was popularized in the U.S. in the 1890s by German immigrants Ludwig Dorlascher and Eugen Sandow. Along with vegetarianism, this activity was the main discipline promoted by Bernard McFadden's physical culture movement. A long-running series of magazine advertisements depicted a bully kicking sand in a man's face to promote a program for this activity that was sold by Charles Atlas. For the points, name this athletic endeavor promoted by circus strongmen.
Weightlifting.
Yes, correct, or bodybuilding for 3. And that is 25. We'll do another score check.
Arv has 5, Rishi has 17, Sebastian has 11, Raymond has 10, Rouch has 6, and Piagesh has 27.
Okay, so we are 5 questions away from determining our champion. Question 26. The only usage of this amendment's Section 3 was against the socialist Victor Berger, who was convicted of violating the Espionage Act. This amendment's due process clause... No, incorrect, -2. Is interpreted as applying the Bill of Rights to the states, while its citizenship clause overruled Dred Scott and gave citizenship to all people born in the U.S. For the points, 14th is correct for 4. Question 27. Here we go. Freakonomics author Stephen Levitt claims this organization reached peak membership with a multi-level marketing campaign. Edward Jackson was elected governor of Indiana when over 30% of eligible males belonged to this organization, which also counted Supreme Court Justice and the Ku Klux Klan, or the KKK, is correct for 6. '28. This group was led in Texas by Eugene Nelson, who forced a response by John Colony at New Braunfels. That's John Connolly at New Braunfels. This organization's executive board took part in a therapy program called The Game, and its leaders sought support from Ferdinand Marcos. This organization was formed from groups led by Larry Itliong and Dolores Huerta. And this
United Workers,
more information.
United
Time, -2. And this organization formed after workers in Delano protested poor working conditions picking grapes. For the points, name this agricultural union founded by Cesar Chavez.
United Farmers.
Yes, correct. United Farm Workers for 3, so close. All right, we do another score check since we're at 28.
Arv with 8, Rishi 17, Sebastian 13, Raymond 10, Rayanch 10, and Piagesh 27.
Okay, 2 to go. This substance was central to a deadly disaster at a distilling company on January 15, 1919, prompting one of the first class action lawsuits in its state. In that event, this substance uprooted buildings and sent That is correct. That is for 6. And here comes the last question you will hear in this specific tournament. Other than a brief intermission by Moses Robinson, this polity was governed for almost all of its existence by Thomas Chittenden. And a conspiracy to unite this polity with Canada was known as the Haldimand Affair. Prior to its annexation, this polity used a green and blue flag decorated with 13 stars, a design that... No. -2. With 13 stars, a design originally used by the Green Mountain Boys.
Vermont.
Vermont is correct for 4.
Two times.
So I lied, we'll be doing more questions. Bonus trivia! Okay, so before we get to the ties, I want to officially graduate. I will want to officially congratulate Via Kadesh as our 2024 U.S. But as a famous philosopher once said, wait, there's more. So we have a tie for both second and third and fourth and fifth. So we're going to do second and third first. So that's Rishi and Sebastian. So step up to the plate. So this question is just for Rishi and Sebastian to determine who is second and who is third. Everyone else, just put your hands on the, so we know who we're looking at. So for Rishi and Sebastian, here is your tie-break question. These objects are graded on a scale of 1 to 100, with a 95 being the highest score ever attained. A 2011 group of these objects titled American Scientists featured Maria Gerhardt Meyer. In 1847, Benjamin Franklin and George Washington were honored by the first American examples of these objects, which include the rare inverted Jenny that depicted an upside-down airplane. For the points, name these objects which are collected by philatelists and used by the U.S. Postal Service.
Stamps.
Stamps is correct. Sebastian, you are second place, and don't go anywhere. We have another tie break between fourth and fifth. No, just Star second place. So Sebastian was second place. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is for Rayanch and Raymond. So step up to the plate. Step up to the buzzer, I should say. And here comes your tie break for fourth and fifth place. A congressperson from this U.S. state caused cadastral mayhem by issuing the Binger-Herman policy. One of this state's first senators, Joseph Lane, was John Breckinridge's running mate in 1860. And this state's Senator John Mitchell was indicted in a namesake land fraud scandal. A city in this state named for the founder of the American fur trade and called Astoria is located near a site where Lewis and Clark wintered. For the points, identify this U.S. state where pioneers headed on a namesake trail.
Oregon.
The Oregon Trail is correct. So that means officially Rayon, you are fourth place. Raymond, you are fifth place. And Arab, you are sixth place. So we're going to go do our award ceremony. So we're going to go from bottom to top. So in sixth place, we have Arab. In fifth place, we have Raymond. In fourth place, we have Rayon. And receiving our third place trophy, we have Rishi. And our second place trophy, Sebastian. And your seventh grade winner of the IAC U.S. History Bee for 2024 is me again. Congratulations to everyone. Job well done, and hope to see you in 2025.